it was not only intense for us as actors, it was intense for everyone involved. Crew, everybody. We were all up to our butts in water. Behind the scenes and on camera weren't that much different.
As far as non-woke films go, you would be hard-pressed to find a director more un-PC than Walter Hill. He makes films about men, for men. 48 Hours, The Warriors, and the most underrated TV show of all time, Deadwood. Keith Carradine and Powers Booth are co-leads in this movie, but unlike most films with two leading men, it's impossible to pick who should get top billing. This is also an ensemble piece, and special mention needs to go to Fred Ward, Peter Coyote, and Alan Autry. For me, Southern Comfort is a cross between Odysseus and The Deliverance. A squad of National Guards on a weekend exercise in the Louisiana swamp must fight for their lives when they anger, offend, and provoke local Cajuns. This group of city boys playing at soldier have wandered into an environment that becomes increasingly foreign. Compare this to the Cajun locals who are at home and almost part of the Louisiana swamp. Although this film seems like an action thriller, at times it's more like a horror movie. It reminds me a little bit of the ending of the classic English horror film The Wicker Man. Now, some saw this as an allegory for the Vietnam War. A bunch of undisciplined weekend warriors come up against a foreign culture and get their asses kicked, but Hill rejected this interpretation. In the swamp, the enemy is mostly hidden, and with the guardsmen only firing blanks, it gives a feeling of helplessness. This is the stuff of nightmares. One of the psychological tortures the Cajun huntsmen use are dead animal corpses, which represents the guardsmen. This lets you know that another one is soon going to meet a grisly end. This is especially disconcerting with the slaughter of the two pigs. There are two things that really elevate this film beyond the run-of-the-mill thriller. One is the location of the Louisiana swamp. It's otherworldly, beautiful, but at times dark and impenetrable. It is the perfect backdrop. Second is the music. Ry Cooder's score is brilliant. It fits perfectly, but can also be appreciated in and of itself. The other part of the music which stands out are the Balfour Brothers' traditional Cajun music. It's hypnotic and extremely catchy. I was humming the tune for a week after. For the first 3/4 of the film, I would rate this as a good movie. Where it crosses into greatness is the end quarter. Unlike most films today that promise so much only to disappoint in the final act, Southern Comfort ups the intensity and excitement, ending in a crescendo of Cajun mayhem. The film holds up remarkably well, considering it's around 40 years old. I highly recommend it, and it gets a 5-star on the Manly meter.
Hold up. Everybody take 5. I'm gonna go get a bearing.
What? We don't have a compass, remember?
You ever taking a reading off the sun, Spencer?
Sure. Rises in the east, sets in the west. Interstate's north. If you ask me, that's not where we're headed, so why don't you go read the sun, Casper?
It's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thanks.
Say, man, this cat know what he's doing.
What do you think?
Why the hell are we following him?
He's got stripes, that's why.
And maybe some of you boys ought to remember that this is a military operation.
Coming from you, Reese, that's a real classic.
Hey, what the hell was that?
Dogs, man, what you think?
It's hunting dogs. Hunting dogs mean hunters. They can show us the way out of here.
Getting close.
Yeah, great. Hey, Casper, we got some hunting boys nearby. They can show us the way out of here, Casper. They can show us the way out.